Hey you guys, welcome to Sunshine Haze. I am Aja. As you see tarot cards on your screen, you know that it is time for a reading. This is actually a little bonus, and this is going to be the last tarot readings that I do for the year of 2018. So, Happy New Year and all that good stuff. I knew there was a card in here that was flipped. I knew there was, and then I just lost it, and where did it go? Oh, guys, I'm at OC. I'm going to stress, but there it is. Stress myself out. What is it? The Empress, which is funny. This is a 3-year that we're coming into Aries. Since this was flipped and I just caught it, I've been seeing it, and every time I couldn't find it. So I'm going to read that for you guys very quickly. This is a card that talks all about nurturing yourself, putting passion into rebuilding and bringing yourself back to that point of where you are truly in alignment with you, your highest good, and you're in a positive space and you're happy and you're healed. So this card just being here and being there for me to find for you, Aries, I do believe comes with a little bit of energy for this winter season, for whatever was going on for you guys throughout this past year. I do think that these next few months for you will definitely have a lot to do with your healing and have a lot to do with you releasing whatever feels heavy and coming into a space to where you are, excuse me, where you are back on track, so to speak, and back on track in a positive way, not a draining way, like, people like fall off and then they're like, oh, I got to get back to business, and then they come back to business and it's still like you're still not happy. I think that for you, Aries, whatever healing, whatever release that you're dealing with or going through during this winter season is going to be very beneficial for you. Okay, all right, so as I was saying, this is your winter solstice reading. So we are talking December, January, February, March. This video is for Aries, Aries sun, Aries moon, Aries rising. And with these cards, we will just be looking at the energy for you during the winter season. We will be looking at, because we are talking about winter, what's ending, what cycles are fading away, what's leaving. And then, as always, a quick little soul message for you, okay? Let's cut the deck. Ooh. This is interesting. This is interesting. Okay, we'll pull the oracles later. Okay, Aries, the energy for you during this winter season is the 8 of Swords. And the first message that I get from this 8 of Swords, this is a card that comes with the energy of feeling trapped, but it's trapped by your own hand, if that makes sense, by your own mind. If you look at the imagery, there are a bunch of swords, and the swords represents the air element, which represents our thoughts, our mental, our perspective. Literally coming at this girl's neck, and she's looking down and she's kind of blindfolded, but she thinks that these swords are here. Like she feels that those swords are here. This card, Aries, I do believe coming up in this position is to say that this winter may not be the most positive of winters for you, but don't be like extremely alarmed by that. Everything happens for a reason. Everything is divine timing. This card also tells me that if it's not the most positive of winters for you, that is by your own doing, by allowing your thoughts of what's going on around you and your thoughts of what other people are thinking and other people are saying to actually affect what you have going on internally. For some of you, Aries, this may be a time to where you're making some changes, and you have the Tower card here, making some changes, and some people just may not understand, or some people may not agree. May also be that there are changes being made for you, divine changes, like tower type changes, that put you in this space to where you just don't understand and where you feel like everything is an L again, because we are talking about the winter season. When we're talking about release or ending any cycle, it is just human nature to feel like we're taking a loss in some aspect. But 8 of Swords here for you guys, Aries, is really telling me that this winter may be a little rough, but you do have the ability to turn this around. Although the Eight of Swords is a card talking about entrapment, it's personal entrapment, so you have every ability to pull yourself out of this during the winter. I think that is going to be the most challenging energy for you, because Aries, you guys are you're so fire. You're all about action. You're all about doing things. You're all about doing things the way that you want them to be done. But at the same time, you guys do tend to take into account the way that people look at you, or the way that people think about you, or the things that people say about you. So for you, Aries, I think the message really during this winter is, hey, whatever's coming your way, it's cool to acknowledge it, but don't allow that to dictate what you have going on in here or what you have going on out here. The energy for you, Aries, is going to be very much so a battle with with the positive aspects of your mind and the negative aspects of your thoughts during this winter season. But just remember that you do have every capability to resonate with the positive. You just have to stop allowing yourself to internalize the negative external things going on around you, okay? The next card that we have coming up for you, Aries, is in the position of what's fading away, what's ending, and you have the Tower card. So we're going to talk about this in retrospect. For a lot of you, especially for the readings that I did this year for Aries, shit changed, shit fell apart, things just went kind of crazy, kind of haywire, and kind of put you into a space where it was like, oh my God, life is so different. I don't know what the fuck is going on. This Tower card here, although we're talking about this feeling of entrapment, the personal entrapment by way of what's going on outside of you, I do believe that the Tower card is more so of a past, what's fading away energy. This is talking about a tower in the past, and that is getting ready to fade. So whatever changes you went through this year, Aries, you were in the thick of it, right? You are now coming out of it. And although things are still very much so changed, you're not really going to be dealing with this, everything is upside down, everything has fallen apart too much anymore. It's kind of like we passed that. Yeah, it fell apart, everything changed, but we're not in the middle of that energy anymore. Now we're going to be dealing with the changes and how the changes have affected your life, right? And how you can make those changes or see those changes as positive, as opposed to seeing those changes with this, you know, intense ass, nervous, anxious Tower energy attached to the intense ass, nervous, anxious energy of the Eight of Swords, right? Moving away from the changes that came in for you and moving into the part of life that was bought on by the changes, if that makes sense, Aries, okay? All right, y'all, let's get you an oracle card, get you a soul message, something extra for you to take away with you from this reading. Say, what is the soul message for Aries Sun, Aries Moon, and Aries Rising? All right, let's cut it. You need to cut it. And cut it again. Mending. I like that. I like that. And that does connect to the Empress that fell out, or not fell out, that was flipped earlier. And this is a good energy coming up after this Eight of Swords and the Tower. So as I was saying earlier when that Empress card came out, this winter is going to be all about healing for you, Aries, all about releasing and putting passion into nurturing yourself and the things that need to be nurtured, right? The Mending card coming up is telling me that for you guys, although you may be dealing with this energy and although you're moving away from this chaotic energy, the winter is going to be all about understanding what needs to be healed for you and actually putting your fire action into really initiating your own healing. Things happen for reasons. Everything is divine timing, especially for those of you, Aries, that really resonated with my readings this year. All of that shit was meant to happen to put you into a place of whatever is about to be next, right? As I was saying, you're moving away from the Tower and coming into the chapter of life that was initiated by the Tower. However, before you really get your feet wet in that next step, you do have some healing to do. You do need to release. You do need to have conversations if they need to be had. You do need to meditate. You do need to sing a song, write a poem, or whatever may have you. You do need to heal. You do need to release. You do need to bring yourself back to that space of I am solid, I am stable, I am happy, I am content, I am at peace. Bring yourself to the Empress into that place of where I am creating this peace for myself. this is a really good energy coming up here, Aries, especially with these crazy ass cards. Y'all know the Tower is one of my shit cards, and so is the Eight of Swords. But the Mending card coming up after definitely makes me feel a lot more at ease for you guys. I was like, oh Lord, please let me get a positive oracle card, because although these are energies that you'll be dealing with, y'all know these are my favorite cards. So I'm glad to see the Mending card come up here. You guys are just really going to be tapping into healing and understanding what needs to be healed and understanding effective ways to do so. So interesting winter for you guys. Very mental, going to be dealing with a lot of, you're probably going to be dealing with a lot of inner conflict, dealing with like, you know, do I internalize this, or do I think this about myself or about my situation, or do I not? You don't, okay? The Tower came in and changed shit up because it was supposed to, and there's just people around you that just aren't used to what you're moving into, that are just not having it. But it's not, your life is yours to live, okay? So you do what makes you happy. You do what's best for you, and you heal while you're doing all that shit, okay? All right, Aries. Those are your cards. I hope that they provided you with some insight. If you feel like you need a little bit more clarity or would like a personal reading, please feel free to go on and book one with me through my Etsy shop. You just had the Fountain card fall out. So cycles ending. Cycles ending, cycles beginning. This is the card of infinity. This is the card of karma. So whatever has changed, whatever changed and went away with that Tower card, just understand that it was supposed to, okay? With Judgment on the bottom. Y'all know that's my karma card. So listen, double on the cycles. Everything that's happening for you is meant to happen. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that those messages, what is going on? I don't know if that's my brothers or the people next door. Like, what is the hammering? Sorry, guys. If you feel like you need a personal reading or more clarification, please go on and book a reading with me through my Etsy shop. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop them down below, so long as they are positive. I just had to delete, block, and report somebody this morning for leaving some dumb shit on my channel, and I'm not always as nice. Like, for those of y'all that have been watching me, you know I will cuss you out, so please don't leave no rude shit on my videos. Like, it's a waste of my time to have to do all of that, and it's a waste of y'all's time. So positive vibes only. We are going into a new year. I'm trying to keep my Mercury Leo at bay, okay? Not trying to be cussing niggas out. Oops, sorry. Y'all didn't hear me say that. With that being said, if you like the video, go on and give me a little thumbs up. If you have any Aries friends or friends with Aries placements or friends with Aries lovers and they're trying to figure it all out, go on and send them this link. Thank you guys so much for sharing my videos so far. You guys really contribute to the growth of my channel. I appreciate it. And what I say, like, comment, share. What's the last one? Subscribe. If you're still listening to me talk, go on and hit the subscribe button. I've got a lot of changes, a lot of new things coming up in this next year that I would love for you guys to be hip to and be a part of. So hit subscribe so you can keep up with me. And thank you so much for watching. I will see y'all next time.